Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in the Buzz. You may have noticed as you filled up your tank over the past few days that the cost has skyrocketed.
Yes, it has.
In fact, it's the largest weekly price increase in nearly 9 months. AAA reports the average cost of a regular gallon of unleaded gas has hit $3.44. Estimates show gas prices jumped 9 cents from last week's average of $3.35. Now, last year at this time, a gallon cost about $3.17 in Rhode Island. Experts blame the rising prices on Iran's threat to close a vital waterway for global oil shipments. And drivers say now they're looking for ways to save at the pump.
I know the places where it's a reasonable price, and so I try to combine that with a car wash or something for my savings. So I just generally do that.
You know, you try shopping here, there, like where you can find it cheaper. You know, you go across the line to Mass, but even there it's still expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've noticed a price increase. Has
Absolutely.
this affected anything that you're doing, maybe your daily routine?
You know, I mean, everybody knows, you know, you need the gas, you got to drive your cars, you got to drive your vehicles around to get back and forth to work. But I downloaded one of the apps, one of the free apps on my iPhone.
Gas tracker or something like that?
I think that's what it is.
Yes.
And it works great.
Yes. And it'll show you the cheapest gas in your area.
It shows you the cheapest gas in your area. You download it, push the button, and there it is. And yeah, I do. I'll find the place for the cheap gas.
So you take the drive.
I'll take the. You know what? I'm not one of these people who'll drive like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 miles.
Right.
Because then after you get to that point,
you just
you're
waste
like,
the money you spend.
you're like, why bother? But if it's a couple of miles from the house, I'm good.
Yeah. How about you, Audrey?
I'm going to be honest. If I'm by myself, I will drive around. If I'm with my kids, I have 4 sons.
I was
I'm going to the
you got some little ones.
I don't care if it's $5 a gallon.
Right.
If I can be in and out and quick, that's what I do.
Don't say $5 a gallon to anybody. Please don't say $5
But still, you know what I mean? I have to be quick. I have to be quick. Yeah, I can't put more kids on a bike.
You know, as you know, I kind of agree with the two of you. You try and find the cheapest gas, but there are some times, I mean, you know you're going to be paying for gas regardless.
Absolutely.
So if it's convenient and it's there, and maybe it costs a few cents more, you know, I just fork over the cash and say, hey, I need gas, whatever. I need to get from point A to point B. I'm going to pay no matter what.
But do you get excited like I do when I see it go, you know, maybe from $3.40 down to $3.25 or just a couple of cents down?
Couple cents? Oh, yeah.
I'm stopping.
I'm pulling right over.
My husband does.
Yeah.
You know, he'll tell me. That's the only reason why I knew the gas price has been up. My husband told me.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I am.
And I know a lot of people, too, are looking for money-saving tricks. The woman that was speaking there was talking about, you know, combining it with a car wash, or people are using you know, the Stop and Shop discount cards or something like that. So there are, you know, some places are trying to give incentives to, hey, come to us, we'll cut you a deal on something, or they're doing, you know, 6% off Mondays, or, you know, little things like that.
If I know that we have the, you know, the points on the Stop and Shop card.
Don't you love that?
I do love it.
I love it.
The only problem, and I'm not going to be complaining, but the only problem is some of the places don't have the thing where you can just scan it. I actually have to punch the number in.
You're right.
It's called out.
Just horrible.
I mean, really.
These are the issues. These are the issues I deal with in my little world, right? These are the issues only I may deal with. But yeah, this is what I deal with.
They have that new one in Warwick, which for me is so convenient. There's Stop and Shop right across the street. Is the gas station. It just opened up. You know, that's wonderful.
I like the little scanny thing though. I like the sound when you just go, and you're good to go.
You feel tacky.
But you can always tell when a certain gas station has lowered their price because it's packed.
It's packed.
It is.
It's almost as if we have a sixth sense for it, and you hear those numbers drop, and boom, you get in your car, and everyone has the same idea. Now you're battling at the pump, you know, trying to find
a spot. The worst part is when it's cold outside and you got to stand there and pump that gas.
That's when you pay a lot.
That's when you pay a lot.
That's when you pay a lot.
Very true. Well, we've certainly, it's a hot topic for us on the couch. Hot topic online, too. People have been buzzing about it, and here's what our Facebook friends are saying. Jeff Horowitz uses technology to track gas prices. He tells us, I gas up at the cheapest station that is along my route. Use gasbuddy.com to figure out where to stop. And Patrick Scuda Rapino says that he avoids Rhode Island gas whenever he can, and even drives out of state in order to get a good price. He posted on our Facebook page, jump over the border in Mass, it's usually cheaper. And you can weigh in too by voting in today's poll. We want to know, do you go out of your way to search for cheaper gas? Your choices are A, yes, it's worth the savings, or B, no, I buy what's close and convenient. Audrey?
Thanks, Michaela. And here's a look at some other topics that are trending online. Today, she's only a few days old, and baby Ivy Blue, Beyonce and Jay-Z's new daughter, has one of the hottest searches online. I'm going to be honest, I love this. And now singer Jay-Z is sharing with joy with the new world. As you can see, he sings this song on his website today that you can check out. We're sharing it right now. There's a link on Twitter. He talks about Daddy's Little Girl as his greatest creation, which I love too. This notoriously private singer reveals other details in the song, including that the baby was conceived in Paris. Very cool. And it seems like everybody is talking about the Denver Broncos' Tim Tebow, who's headed to Gillette this weekend to take on the Pats. But along with Sunday's overtime playoff win, he also set a new record on Twitter. Reaction to his game-winning moment reached 9,400 tweets per second, taking the #2 spot on Twitter's most tweets per second list. Plus, check out this very cool video, which is about to go viral. A bookstore goes magical with its animation that's creative and fun, and was all inspired by one reorganized bookshelf. You can see the books moving, stacking, and opening and closing, seemingly all by themselves. Pretty cool. And we'll continue to interact with you on Facebook and Twitter. Plus, share your poll results at the end of the show.